horse racing game that's available on Steam from Frostware Studios, based here in the United States. It is Tap Derby. It's on Steam for $4.99 USD. And we'll just go ahead and take you through. CRDC, a member of the community, has been a watcher of the channel for quite some time, has been working on this game while he's also been handling things in his own life. So I think that's commendable. And these are the type of things I talk about that I think really move the horse racing gaming community in the right direction, more independent development in gaming. So we're going to go ahead and get a couple of videos here and see what this game has in store for us. I know he's been working on it for quite some time with his team, so looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives as well to work on this game, because the community needs more of it, you know, and I think it's a great thing to have. So here you have the pitch. Tap Derby allows you to step into the shoes of a rookie horse trainer under the guidance of a legendary trainer, Rusty Hayes. By training races, you grow your stable, conquering prestigious racing events, and rising to horse racing stardom. Keep in mind, all links will be included in the description box and comment section below for you guys to get acclimated here to Tap Derby from Frost Warrior Studios. So get ready to immerse yourself in the high-stakes world of horse racing. Tap Derby puts you in control of buying, training, and racing your horses. Obviously, you can begin your legacy as your journey starts at the auction house. You'll purchase your first horse with the expert guidance of legendary trainer Rusty Hayes. Every decision matters, and can you spot the next champion? Build your stable and train your horses to perfection, mastering the balance of speed, stamina, and agility, outsmarting and outrunning your rivals as you compete in thrilling races from the maiden ranks to prestigious championships. Of course, we love to chase those trophies. Don't we all, right? That's part of the reason why we play these games. Feel the adrenaline of winning iconic events like the Tap Derby, Tappers Cup, and more. Watch your trophy case grow as you rise through the ranks. Tap Derby has been a labor of love, born out of the desire for horse racing experience for the casual gamer. Grew up in a family enamored with horse racing, adopted this love, and I often have sought ways to indulge in this beautiful world. Unfortunately, good horse racing games are few and far between. Tap Derby seeks to provide a quality horse racing simulation experience that can be enjoyed at any time. And that's exactly what I have talked about on this channel, and it's obviously what some of you also agree with. And here, obviously, you know, Tap Derby here with CRDC and Frost Warrior Studios, excuse me, has that same mindset. So I'm really excited and ready to get into this game, and let's just see where this goes. Really excited. So we'll go ahead and get started with Tap Derby here, and let's go ahead and rock and roll, guys. So we are officially here at the menu for Tap Derby. Check you through the settings. You have your music tab here as well with SFX. Let's turn that down just a little bit, just make sure you guys can still hear me. Tutorials on, of course. I'm going to play it just like anybody else would, and let's go ahead and get started. We'll start a new game. You guys know me. As I'm getting a game started, I'm going to play on the easiest difficulty initially, and always scale it up, I assume. But either way, I don't mind playing this on the easiest difficulty just to see how it plays and really to immerse. So here we go. Right, there's Rusty Hayes. He says, "Hi there, partner." I don't know if I'm going to do the immersion thing. You guys will let me know in the comment section if you would like it, but I think I'm actually just going to narrate my normal voice. So, "Hi there, partner. I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Rusty Hayes. I'm the head trainer, here to help you as you get started with your racing career. Right now, we're at the auction house, and at the start of every year, we'll be brought here with the opportunity to buy and sell horses. When buying horses, you'll want to take a close look at each horse. The bloodstock agent has provided a comment on all the horses to get you started. However, her comments aren't always the most accurate. To help you make a more well-informed decision, you can also see how the horse performed in 3 tests. The 1 furlong workout tells you about a horse's speed, the VO2 max tells you about its stamina, and the barrel race tells you about its agility. So those are pretty cool features to actually key in on when you're playing this game, and I like that that's been included. So that's awesome so far. The higher a horse's speed, the more likely it is to fare well at shorter distances. As races get longer, stamina becomes more important, and speed is less of a factor. Finally, a horse with poor agility is going to slow way down on the turns, and the longer the race, the more turns you're going to obviously run into. Now that you know what to look for, here's one more gift from me to you. I've provided a comment about each horse's potential. Other trainers aren't able to determine that. It's a special skill only I have. When you're starting to look out for cheap horses with high potential, as that will help build your stable. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And obviously, I'll really look forward to seeing how that's going to develop. So now go ahead and buy that first horse. I've given you $500,000 for us to start here. And try not to spend it all in one place. You'll need some extra cash to start training your first horse. And obviously, you guys know what I like to do. I would rather take a budget-friendly horse, save the money, and see what we can do. So you can go up to different tiers. We have 25,000. Have to say, it's something about the retro look of horse racing games that speaks to me more than anything, and I can't really understand why outside of nostalgia and other things, but absolutely love the look. Here's the menu. Plenty of horses. There's different categories, 26,000 to 999,000, and we also have 100,000, which obviously nothing here yet. So I'm going to take it easy here. We're going to go ahead and just start in the 25,000 section or underneath and look at the 2-year-olds, and we'll go ahead and look through a couple. We're going to go ahead and experience this together. So here's a 2-year-old colt, Singing Sun. I wonder what they were thinking when they decided to bring this horse to the auction. There just doesn't seem to be any redeeming quality. It's a shame, really. Horse has a decent amount of room for improvement. One workout went 10.96 seconds. VO2 max is 180. ML, I forgot what that actually stands for. Kilograms per minute. I should know, but it's just brain fog at the moment. Barrel race, 15.21 seconds. And only $100,000 to reserve. It's probably what I'm going to do. Radiant Wolf, love the name. Keep this horse short. If you buy it, it lacks stamina. Is going to struggle on the turns. There's certainly some speed, but even that needs some training. There's probably not a whole lot of room for improvement. And you see the stats here. That barrel race is 14.73 seconds, so obviously much faster. This is your sprinter here, and this is a horse that seems to be kind of maybe a little bit of a miler. So those are 2 colts. Where are the fillies at? Let's go ahead and look to see if there are any fillies. Here we go. King Cactus. I like the name. She's a great. I don't know if I see this being a solid racehorse. The legs are okay, but speed and agility appear to be lacking. It's going to be tough to train this one up. What you see is what you're getting. There's almost no room to improve. Her barrel race time, 15.06 seconds. So she's faster than the first horse we looked at today. Wow. Look at Kind Ocean, this 2-year-old filly. Oh, man. I'm loving this already. Like, this is my speed. This is exactly the type of game that I think helps improve what you can do with horse racing, because it's still brought down to a simple format that all of us can understand, and there's still great attention to detail in, you know, the smallest ways. So this horse, Kind Ocean, has long legs that suggest she will go far. However, the other confirmations are hard to ignore. The turn of foot is poor, as the flexibility. Has a decent amount of room for improvement. 14.57 seconds her barrel race time. Her VO2 max a little bit longer, or a little bit higher, so she appears to have a bit more lungs on her from what I'm understanding. We have plenty of money, so what I'm gonna do, kind of gonna go for broke here. I'm gonna get both of the fillies. I forgot we are doing auctions, right? Wow, this is oh, I love this. I love every bit of this. This is, I mean, gosh, CRDC, if you're listening, you know, I've probably heard I've talked about wanting a game like this somewhere in the community for, gosh, years, over half a decade at this point. This is awesome. So we're here at the auction. The tap sales, 1 furlong workout. You're looking at the filly right now that we're trying to acquire, which is King Cactus. Cody Bradford, reserved for 15,000. I am just going to go ahead and, oh, we have to start the auction done. Oh, 5 seconds. It's timed. Oh, wow. It's timed. Okay, I see. It's like an actual, wow, it's a real auction. This is awesome. I've never had a timed auction. Never. I could totally bid more money, but King Cactus, she's ours for $38,000. $38,100 sold. That is how the auction should have been done in all the previous games, and it's obvious they missed that because Frost Warrior Studios nailed it here. A live auction with actual timing adds to that realism and that simulation immersion that I personally love in my management trainer type of games, whether it's horse racing or motorsports or anything. So that is actually awesome. I cannot wait to do that again. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing for Kind Ocean here. We're going to go to the auction. I love that it shows you the horse's stats here in the left box. So for all of you that may be giving this a chance here, VO2 max, obviously at 190, we talked about that. Pretty good barrel speed. I'll name myself at a later point. Really just want to immerse and show you guys every bit of this game in detail. So we're gonna go ahead and start the auction again. We know how it works. I'm gonna bid much higher because she's an awesome looking horse, and we just have to go. We have to go crazy, as the kids say. Do the kids say that? I don't know. Okay, Jade Lee really wants this horse. So do I. Screw you. Okay, sorry. It's supposed to be kid friendly, but no. $135,000. Kind Ocean, 2-year-old filly is ours. Another successful auction. Oh, that is actually that's probably one of the most unique, entertaining features I have experienced in a horse racing game, and it doesn't even last that long. It's awesome. It's kind of like a mix of slots and, again, a mix of actually doing an auction and making sure that you're paying attention and you're really considering in real time whether you want that horse. Guys, we're going back to the auction because remember, we wanted to look at this 2-year-old colt Singing Sun, and I decided I was going to get Radiant Wolf. I'm sure there's some others down here we can look at, but I want to keep things simple. Let's just go ahead and look at the first two, and then we'll have 2 colts and 2 fillies to our barn. So as you can see, 10.96, the 1 furlong workout. VO2 max a little bit shorter than the fillies we just acquired. Barrel workout, not the greatest, in fact the slowest. So this appears to be the miler, potentially a long distance horse. And we'll go ahead and start the auction. We have 5 seconds. And we'll see how the rest of the room is doing. Keeping at 29,000 from Jade Lee. That's our main competing rival. Jade Lee, go away. Are you going to be like the Tanaka of Gallop Racer? Here we go. Singing Sun is ours for $32,100. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And we'll do one more auction to get Radiant Wolf, this 2-year-old colt. And you guys are looking at the stats on the left. 10.69 seconds, 1 furlong workout. Same VO2 max as Singing Sun, the 2-year-old colt we just acquired. 14.73, one of the fastest for the barrel race. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of send this to the moon. 115,000. Nobody's doing that. I don't even know how we got to that point. I did see it jump to 35,000 really quickly, so apparently we weren't the only one that wanted Radiant Wolf. But that's it, guys. We have acquired our 4 horses, so let's go ahead and go back to the home menu now and see what happens next. Wow, this is awesome. It is, honestly, for those of you that have been on this channel, it's really a combination of multiple games that several of us have probably played throughout our lives, you know, from console and I think mobile platforms, and even maybe some other, you know, older consoles and things. So this is awesome. This is definitely going to be rotated into the series of games that I play on this channel, like Gallop Racer, like Horse Racing Manager, like Starter's Orders. So look forward to that, no doubt, this summer. So Rusty Hayes is back. Congrats on your first horse purchase. Now we have to focus on the fun stuff, racing and training your horse, of course, the best part about it. I know the stable can be a bit overwhelming at first, but I'm here to help you through it. Let's start with the basics. At the top left, you'll notice your balance. Try not to let this get too low. You'll need money to train your horses. The top right shows you the current date in the game. Just a little side note for anybody watching, you all know, depending on how good my horses are and how good I am with them, this money will either be really, really high or really, really low. So hoping you're ready for that adventure. This week's racing panel contains the stakes races for the week. Stakes races are tough races, which occur once a year on a certain week. They tend to have higher prize money, and as a result, more horses and tougher competition. It will probably take you a while to be ready for them. So that's pretty cool. So that puts a lot more prestige on the graded races and the graded stakes races in this game, because they don't just happen all the time. Like, you really have to make sure you show up and do your best on that day, because you don't get many opportunities, obviously. So I like that. The My Stable panel shows all the horses in your stable. Each horse you own has its own road. The headshot will take you to the horse's profile and provide a quick summary of the horse. The training button takes you to the training screen where you can train your horse and view its stats. Finally, the entry button will take you to enter races. You also notice a few buttons across the bottom. The trophy case is empty now, but it will fill up As you win grade 3s, grade 2s, and grade 1 races, the bank helps keep track of ongoing stable expenses and income. The stakes schedule allows you to view and sort the stakes races for the year. Advance week takes you to your entered races and the next week, which has essentially been a feature in most common horse racing games since the late to early 90s, I would say. And obviously several of those games I played on this channel. So I just love to see the simple callbacks to games we've already played. That helps a lot, and that's a great thing that I think a developer will pay attention to, and obviously they've done that here, so that's fantastic. Try clicking around the different buttons to get a feel for the stable. I'll pop up and give you some more tips as you go along. Good luck. Well, Rusty Hayes, we'll be seeing you later here shortly. So we have a race to Jeremy happening in the USA, $150,000. 1 mile on the dirt, and then it's all sandy going on the turf at a mile. So we have our horses here. I kind of just want to get into a race and see what's happening. We'll go ahead and check out each screen. So see the stake schedule. You have your types. You can sort it. And this will take some time for me getting used to, but you have listed grade 3, grade 2, and grade 1. So that's pretty simple, though. So ages, you have 2 through 4 plus. So 3 plus and then 4 plus. So it's pretty simple. Distance, you have sprint, mile, and route. Okay, we'll work with that. And then for the surface, you obviously have dirt or turf. And then for regions, you have USA, GB, which is obviously Great Britain, HK, which is Hong Kong, AUS, which is Australia, UAE, of course, SAU, which I'm assuming is Saudi Arabia, and FR, I would assume, is France. But correct me if I'm wrong on any of those. I think I know my geography pretty well. So as you can see, here are some of these stakes races and events. Mile and a 16th, 7 furlongs. I love to see the actual distances that are run in like traditional horse racing, at least here in the States. Maybe from other parts of the world, these distances may vary, and of course the measurements may be in a completely different thing that you're used to. But most of you, I'm assuming, are obviously familiar with this. That's the majority of the viewer base here anyway. So of course you have your achievements. Win your first race, about time, moving up in the world, win with the grade 3. So awesome. Plenty of achievements to grab here. Golden Child, win a grade 1 race with a homebred. Obviously, that's the goal you want to get to. So really, really neat stuff here. You have the Hall of Fame. Obviously, we have no horses in the Hall of Fame. Oh, Hall of Fame's not unlocked because guess what? I just said it. Here's your bank, and it shows you your, obviously, your transactions, the horses we purchased. So that's really cool. Keeps track of the finances simple. In your trophy case, which for us is empty because we haven't done anything. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up and get into a race. And let's do it with, let's go ahead and check out one of the fillies. We'll go ahead and do, actually, we'll go ahead and go back and forth. Let's start off with King Cactus. Let's go ahead and, I want to do a training session. Maybe we'll train Kind Ocean and maybe put King Cactus into a race. This is our first episode. Just want to show you as much of the game as I can. Here we are at the steward's office. This is where you can come to view the races your horse is eligible for this week, as well as enter them. There are 5 different types of races made in special weight, MSW abbreviation. Allowance, ALW, grade 3, G3. Grade 2 is the G2, and the grade 1 is the G1 abbreviation. The higher the grade, the tougher the competition, and the higher the purchase. That's awesome. Thank you for that. At first, your horse will only be eligible for maiden special weight races. These races are reserved for horses which have never won a race and are the easiest to win. Allowance races are the next step up, but are still easier than other race classes. In general, higher purses mean tougher competition for maiden special weight and allowance races. Mentioned stakes races before. These are the L, grade 2, or excuse me, grade 3, grade 2, and grade 1 races. Entering a stakes race will cost you 2% of the total prize money. Listed stakes races are the easiest and only a slight step above the toughest allowance races, but with more purse money. And of course, most of us are familiar and know that. So grade 3, grade 2, and grade 1 races get increasingly tougher, but they come with higher purse money. Winning any of these will present you with a special trophy to add to your trophy case. And even some of the grade 1s have special trophies that can be earned by winning that race. And when entering such races, it's best to stick to what's winnable early and obviously hitting that high position to net significantly more money. As our horses improve, we can start to try more difficult races. Move on up in the world, make sure to pay attention to the distance and the bloodstock agent will tell us if our horse is going to love long distances. Then the races won't show up until later in its career, so don't expect them to win the tougher short races early on. If she told you your horse is a sprinter, it will likely do well early on. Okay, so if you have a long distance horse, you're probably of the later growth type, right? You have a shorter distance horse, going to be a sprinter, probably will peak a little bit sooner. That's as simple as it gets, right? So you got to love it. You also notice a number of 2, 3, 3 plus, 4 plus to each race type for race and age restrictions. Young 2 and 3 year old horses haven't peaked yet and therefore aren't as good. Run your horse in 2 or 3 year old races as long as possible, as older races means tougher competition. And last tip, make sure your horses are well rested and have high fitness. If you race them with low fitness, it can obviously lead to low performance and be a waste of time and effort. Racing will max your horse's fitness, but significantly drop its rest. Well, let's go ahead and get our girl into a maiden special weight here. 7 furlongs on the dirt. $15,000 purse. And that's for King Cactus. Cool. Kind Ocean. Let's actually get one of the colts in a race. Let's maybe do Singing Sun. Is he a sprinter? I forgot your stats, my guy. And this is the horse profile screen. We'll notice some things like the headshot. The little icon to the top left gives you a corner look into how your horse is rested and where they currently are. You can also click on your horse's name to change it too. That's awesome, because we all know we love changing the horse's names and developing our own stories and things with that. So you'll have to see your horse's records, earnings, gender, age. These are all pretty self-explanatory, knowing your horse's information and what restrictions they can or cannot be eligible for. See all your horse's past race results. To admire your horse's achievements and obviously see how they've gotten faster throughout their careers, and that's something we all love to do as well. We'll go ahead and click on that. That's the favorite button, of course, so you can favorite your horses, which is really nice. That's one thing I've talked about wishing you could do in more games. You can view the pedigree, and it'll just show you the bar with the name, which is really cool. It keeps that simple. So this is awesome, man. I'm really excited to see really how far we can get with this and what will come of it. So in regards to Singing Sun, I wanted to check one thing out. I did not mean to click on that again. So you can change the name there. Okay, that's pretty cool. And I believe I clicked on everything else for you guys. So that's the pedigree. All right, so let's go ahead and just get this guy into a race if we can. Actually, I did not want to train yet. So this is the training screen. We will get back to this point, and I will go ahead and show you guys exactly what we're talking about here. Obviously, this is pretty familiar with most games. There's going to be costs, like here, for example, the time workout. $25,000 allows you to train speed, stamina, and agility all at once. It emulates a 4 furlong race. I think that's pretty similar to starter's orders in a way, and it will significantly increase your horse's fitness and decrease its rest. Finally, the spa treatment increases your horse's rest slightly, but that costs $50,000 to use. Only use them in trying to run your horses in big races closer together. We will come right back to that. I just want to go ahead and throw Singing Sun into a race here, and we'll do maiden special weight 6.5 furlongs on the dirt for Singing Sun. Okay, so let's go ahead and train Kind Ocean. So there is an auto train function. If you enable auto train, keeps your horses at peak fitness, but they rest at a slower rate. It costs only $7,500 per week, so that's not too bad. That might be an easier way to start off. Go from left to right with the bars. So you have the rest bar, which is this, you can name whatever color that you want. I'm awful at picking out specific colors. I'm going to say yellow, orange, whatever, right? Fitness bar here, this is blue, we can say that. And then the peak bar is green. I like that. Your horse's icon and image right there. You have the speed bar, which is red, the stamina bar, which is another darker shade of green, and the agility bar, which is a darker shade of blue. Gotta love it. Keeps it simple. So if you want to do sprint training, that costs $5,000. If you want to do hill training to build stamina, costs $5,000. If you want to do barrel training, also costs the same much, and this works for agility. If you want to do a timed workout, again, it's going to cost $25,000, but it does boost your horse's confidence, trains all their stats. And the spa treatment is for resting with no negative effects, but it will cost $50,000. It's great for the Triple Crown That's exciting if you're able to get to that point. The Bloodstock agent gives you an updated auction comment and your horse's best racing distance for 10,000, and that's what we were talking about earlier, where if you really want to know where your horse should be running, Bloodstock agent will give you that clue. Well, let's go ahead and see how this girl will do with the speed. We'll just do a basic speed training. So the sprint went up +3. The 1 furlong workout went in 11.31 seconds. Kind Ocean was really ready to go today. That was a great workout. She's in top form and could probably run this week. Well, that's fantastic to hear. Could we do another training session? Actually, let's go ahead and do an agility session. Okay, barrel rating went up +2, 14.93 seconds. She had an all right workout. She could probably use another week of rest before racing. Okay, so the training is automated like that, and you get your update and the bars increase. You can see she needs a little bit of rest from where she started. I love that it's as simple as that, right? Sometimes it doesn't need to be more complicated. So we have our races. I'm going to go ahead and advance and see if we can get down trackside. Here we are. For King Cactus's debut, our filly, maiden special weight, $15,000 purse for 2-year-olds, running 7 furlongs. It's a field of 8. Love that we have the official number colors here that we recognize for most of North American horse racing. The 1 is River Chris, ridden by Olivia Law. The 2 is Demanding Crazy, ridden by Bobby Cropper. The 3 is King Cactus, ridden by Player. Us. I need to change that. I will at some point, or maybe I'll just leave it there, right? Because that works for everybody's. 4, Squeezing Pirate, ridden by Dallas Scriven. 5 is Nina's Witty Treat. Love that name, ridden by Zia Hua. 6 is Silly Rita, ridden by Cody Bradford. The 7 is Rita's Keen Flowers. It's the Rita Fest here, ridden by Liam Orts. And the 8 is Liam's Demanding, ridden by Jade Lee. Oh, it's also the Liam Fest. Just the Rita Fest or the Rita Fest and the Liam Fest. Well, hopefully it's King Cactus's win to break our maiden. That's what we're going to hope for. It's a field of 8. Let's see what happens. That's awesome. Gotta love that presentation. Here we go. All right, so they are off and running. So you are right into the race. And you're going about less than 7 furlongs now, 6 furlongs. You have to love the background. I love the simpleness of that. And it's still 5.5 furlongs left to go here. King Cactus, where's our girl? I believe we're in second place. Yeah, this should be King Cactus right here. That's not us way at the back. So she's currently sitting in second place, 4.5 furlongs left to go. It's the 7 leading, which I believe is Rita's Keen Flower, followed by the 6, Silly Rita in second place. And the King's Cactus to the inside of the rail there, the 3 horse, that's our girl. 3.5 furlongs left to go. Trailer is, I believe, River Chris and Witty Tree, the 5. Several lengths off the field. Less than 3 furlongs left to go. Now here comes King Cactus trying to get a run. The 7, Rita's King Flower, is still there, still holding a bit. But no, King Cactus, our girl, she's actually punched ahead. 2 furlongs left to go. Sitting at 1 minute, 4 seconds. King Cactus now pulling away. This filly, I knew something was special about her. 1.5 furlongs left to go. Rita's Keen Flowers falling back. Sneezing Pirate, that's the 2 he's trying to close in. Or excuse me, that's actually the 4. And it is going to be 0.5 furlong left to go. It's been King Cactus for the last 2.5 furlongs. She's going to cruise on to break her maiden and do it by more than 5 lengths. The 4, Sneezing Pirate, was in second. Close for third. And apparently was going to be the 7, Rita's Keen Flower. And the 4th to round out the superfecta was Demanding Crazy. Finishing time 126.8. Our filly gets it done. Beats the 2-year-olds. I love that. It's simple. This is, it's funny because I didn't really feel like I had the opportunity to play a game like this growing up. Gallop Racer was really like my first major exposure to a horse racing game of this type of layout, this type of design. So this is really this is kind of taking me back to that time where I wish I could have played a game like this. I just didn't have the access. So that is awesome for King Cactus. She gets it done. And keep in mind, we have another race, another maiden special weight as we go for winning 1, going to another race with a field of 8, $25,000 for these 2-year-olds. The 1 is Ryan's Eager Table, ridden by Fumiko Man. The 2 is Tree Windy, ridden by Bobby Cropper. The 3 is Singing Sun, that's our Colt, ridden by Player. The 4, Witty Holly, ridden by Corey Schwartz. The 5, Chasing Calm, Cody Bradford in the saddle. 6 is Yvette's Crazy Sun, ridden Bayrail will handle that one. The 7 is Energetic Becky. Wigan McPhee be taking control, and the 8 is Surfacing Happy with Liam Ort rounding off the field of 8. Main special weight, $25,000 on the line for these 2-year-olds, and we're off and racing. 6.5 furlongs. It's a little bit shorter than our last race. We'll see how we go, and we're looking for our girl Singing Sun, or excuse me, our colt, 2-year-old colt, the 3, if I could even get it all right. Singing Sun to the back here, as you can see, with the orange silks. They're currently sitting in 5th. At the front, it is Surfacing Happy with a little under 4 furlongs to go, leading by about half a length from the 2-horse to the inside. That's Tree Wendy. To the outside, closer to the leader, Surfacing Happy, is the 7, Energetic Becky. And Ryan's Eager Table inside the 1 as well to the rail. Less than 3 furlongs left to go. Singing Sun still kind of stalking. We might have a little bit of a late surge. It's still Surfacing Happy, the 8 leading. It's the 2-horse Tree Winning on the inside. Ryan's Eager Table, the 1 now making a charge. The 7, Energetic Becky, trying to stay. Singing Sun with a real surge here. Furlong and a half to go. Surfacing Happy is essentially went gate to wire here, possibly, but no. Singing Sun with the late surge. Can Singing Sun do it? Getting close to half a furlong. Surfacing Happy, I think, has called it a day despite leading most of this race. And it's going to be a double win, double podium for the HRG stables here. Singing Sun, the 2-year-old colt, getting it done. 1:20.5 is the winning time over the 8. Surfacing Happy, who ran a fantastic race, just obviously tired out at the end. And the 1-horse Ryan's Eager Table came in 3rd, and the 4th horse to finish was the 2, Tree Wendy, to round off the superfecta. The final time of 1:21.4 for that particular horse. Wow. 2 wins back-to-back. Cannot make that up, man. That's awesome. That's such a good feeling. Wow. And the money right back in your balance. And keep in mind, I'm obviously playing this on easy, so you look at our horses as well before we see what Rusty Hayes has to say. I should say for us. Gosh, get it together, Eric. The horses are tired. They're like, lots of racing, a lot of running. I'm exhausted, but we won. That's a great feeling for us, and obviously we'll need to rest our horses. Kind Ocean, she looks ready to go. Rusty Hayes says congratulations on the first win. Getting the first one is always the hardest. Keep training your horses. You'll be at the top in no time. Provided us with a little gift on our way to the top. Put it to good use and start training that stable up. We received a gift. Where are our gifts? Not in the trophy case. Not here. Or maybe it's an achievement? Has to be, right? So I think we won our first race. There it is. About time. Win your first race achievement. So we have 1 trophy. Well, not in the trophy case, but at least 1 here. And we'll continue to add more. So winning both of those races bumped us up quite a bit. Absolutely fantastic. So there's the auction we can go to. The pasture we have no access to in the breeding barn. Cannot wait for those. I think that's going to be really, really exciting. I can't wait to see the other tracks in this game as well, since there are so many regions represented. I'm sure there are some absolutely fantastic, awesome tracks for us to go to. So guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. Like I said, I'll be rolling out several, and I want to take my time doing it to make sure I try to focus on as much of the game as possible. I'm not just speed rushing through it just to get a video out. Like, this is something that's going to be a part of the channel and for the foreseeable future. So I think it's important that we treat it as such. Remember, guys, this is on Steam. All information links will be in the description box and comment section below. Once again, shout out to Frost Warrior Studios for developing this game, CRDC member of the community. Thank you so much for taking time again to make something that not only I'm going to enjoy, but I'm sure others are as well. And again, it's just a reminder that all you need is motivated people with the right resources to make something special happen, and that's what we have here with Tap Derby. We'll be back more with this game very soon, hopefully this week. I will be a little bit busy with work outside of YouTube, as you guys all know, but as soon as I have a little bit of free time, you will see this video pop back up again with this game. I'll probably try to do that. Let's see, you guys might get this video on a Tuesday, which will be, gosh, whatever that date is of this particular week, and hopefully the second one will be out between that Thursday and Friday of this upcoming week. So I'll continue to roll like that. Try to get 2 or 3 videos out to you guys a week is where I'm trying to do it. Sometimes I know it's a little bit longer. It reaches that 4 or 5 day point, but it usually won't go without a week anymore. But we'll continue to emerge into Tap Derby here and see what our stable can do with our horses as they're all 2 years old, and we'll try to see how far we can go. I'm not sure if I'll commit to this particular file long term, since obviously this is kind of like the tutorial, for me getting used to the game, showing you guys. I think we should play through a year with our 2-year-olds, see how they develop, maybe go a little bit into their 3-year-old season as well, closer to that 4-year-old mark, maybe not all the way. And then we can maybe restart on hard and really push ourselves and try to treat this as a legitimate playthrough, which is obviously the goal. But we'll take it easy, get everybody used to it, and see what else it has to offer. Appreciate you guys for love and support. Again, everything description box and comment section below to play Tap Derby. Much love to you all. Until next time, HRG signing out. Hope you all have a great, fantastic day. We will see you later, and goodbye.